Yeah, hello, I'm Stuart Wilson. I'm IT Director at WaterAid, which is a global non-profit organisation focused on improving access to clean water, sanitation and hygiene. My role is I look after the IT needs of the organisation, which includes day-to-day operations, cybersecurity, and developing longer modernisation roadmaps. Yeah, I would say that we have had to respond primarily to the effects of the pandemic on home working, not being in offices. We work in the UK, but also across Africa, Asia, various other parts of the world. So the focus really has been transforming to digital working. So improving connectivity, network bandwidth, standardizing equipment. Wrapped around that is constantly focusing on cybersecurity for all the staff working in different environments, primarily from what they were used to working in before. So that has really been, the primary focus for the last couple of years for us. I think there's sort of two really. One is the effect on the workforce. So we've had, and as everybody is experiencing, increased inflation, sort of highest level in 30 years, which is putting pressure on pay. And I think the pandemic has made a lot of people reevaluate what they want to do, where they want to work. So I think there is increased global competition for the right staff, which is obviously leading to quite a lot of turnover. For us as a non-profit, we don't pay the top salaries in the IT industry. So we have to be very thoughtful about how we, put forward our strategy for staffing, service provision and that kind of thing, and where we place those roles. So that is a particularly big challenge for us at the moment. And I think the other piece is to scale sustainably. So there's been a big push in migrating to the cloud. We now need to be evaluating, are we in a sustainable cloud environment? Because particularly in our industry, we're focused on climate change actions. We can't be ourselves contributing to climate issues by our use of technology, etc. So we've really got to start turning our own focus to our own impact on the world as we go about delivering our work. Yeah, I think so. We've sort of got two challenges. One is how we operate as a global federation. So cloud continues to be significant and has proven to be useful, very useful to us over the past 2 years. I think we need to increasingly look at the way that we operate our processes, look at digitizing our manual processes. So we had traditional situations of people needing to visit offices across Africa, for example, to sign off on donor funding, evidence that we need to provide back to our donors because of the way that the non-profit industry works. So I think increasingly looking at how those processes function, of removing all the kind of friction in the middle, the need for people to travel, making things much more instantaneous for everyone. So that, I think, is the key to it. And then looking at how we can use our tech better to deliver the impact itself and monitor the effects. So if we're implementing, for example, new water installations in parts of the world, how can we use technology maybe to monitor the quality of the water, the fact it's still functioning, etc., rather than relying on groups to visit, manually inspect and report back, etc. Particularly as so many countries are going through their own different timeframe responses to COVID. So, UK might be coming out, but another part of the world might be going in. And many things that we do are very, at significant distance from urban areas. So there are quite a lot of challenges as different parts of the world are going through their own different experience. And of course, many parts of the world haven't had vaccination available to them in the way that we have in the West, which is going to slow things up for them potentially. So link back to what I said earlier, we're making some changes in the way that we deliver our service, our own internal IT services to WaterAid. We're looking at increased use of third parties that have kind of scale, allow us to reduce some costs that we're bearing directly, that if we work through third parties, we can get more of a scaled cost reduction through that. Enables us to move to more of a 24/7 operation by using third parties rather than just relying on our own in-house team. And then that frees us up to then start looking more strategically at innovation opportunities. We're increasingly looking at how we might work with donors that want to use blockchain technology and crypto donations, for example. We have some sponsors that have artwork that have been sold as NFTs, which is quite a new method of auctioning art, and they wish to look at opportunities to pay us in cryptocurrency. So we've got a lot of emerging areas around crypto and blockchain, and then also how can we use this technology to deliver